So after missing out on Kyle Tucker, the Mets quickly pivoted and signed another big free agent bat. They got Bo Bichette on a 3-year contract worth 126 mil. That's 42 million AAV for Bo Bichette. That's crazy. Look, I like Bo Bichette. I think Bo Bichette is a really good player, but 42 mil a year? That feels pretty steep. And right now it looks like the Mets' plan is to play him at third base, where he doesn't have a lot of major league experience. He also is already not the best fielder, but hey, obviously the Mets signed him for the bat. He is a very good right-handed bat that will help this lineup. The contract also includes no deferred money, a full no trade clause, and he does have player options after each year. So if he wants to, he could test the market again next year, but I mean, I don't know who else is really going to pay him $42 million a year. So today we're going to get a look at Bo Bichette playing third base on the projected 2026 New York Mets. As always, this is just the projected lineup according to Fangraphs, or at least mostly the projected lineup. Right now in left field, they have Carson Benj projected to play there, but he does not have a card in the game. However, according to John Heyman, the Mets apparently predict Brett Baty will be playing multiple positions this year, including left field. So today I just have him out there. They also made other moves this offseason. They traded with the Rangers to get Marcus Semien. They sent Brandon Nimmo to Texas. They signed Jorge Polanco. He's going to be playing first base. This is kind of another experiment. If I wanted to try to optimize this team as best as I could, I would just do this. I would put Mark Vientos over at first base where he can actually play. But this is the projected Mets, man. We got to see what Jorge Polanco is going to look like at first base. It does feel weird building this team without Pete Alonso somewhere, though, man. It's going to be so weird to see him in an Orioles uni. As far as the pitching right now, they have Nolan McLean, Kodai Senga, Clay Holmes, Sean Manaea, and David Peterson. They did sign Devin Williams to be their closer. They lost Edwin Diaz, obviously, to the Dodgers. They also picked up Luke Weaver. I mean, this bullpen in the game absolutely sucks. I have John Franco on here just to get some captain boost because I feel like I'm going to need it. I also want to say really quickly that this is just the projected lineup as of January 17th. I just feel like this team is not done. I feel like they have more work to do, especially on the pitching side, if they want to truly have a chance to compete in the NL East. But that remains to be seen. Today, it's about Bo Bichette on the Mets. All right, let's do this, man. This is actually my second attempt at recording this video with this team build. The first time around was like the worst Diamond Dynasty game anyone has ever seen, so I'm giving myself a fresh start for this one. We're getting a new game. Come on. Ooh, the slurve at 82. Not today, Daniel Murphy. Wow, dude. How do you take that on 2-2? That's crazy. And this guy has the best eye I've ever seen. Oh, my God. That ball was hit 115 miles an hour. Come on, dude. We can't let him get 3 runs with 2 outs. There we go. Just put it in the zone. He won't swing. Let's see what this Mets offense can do against Nolan Ryan, a former Met. Yeah, see, that's what I can't do. I can't be late on fastballs. Like that. That's the type of swing I want to see on the 4-seam. Juan Soto makes it a 1-0 Mets lead. And now we get to see Bo Bichette as a New York Met here at Citi Field. High sinker. Can that get by him in right center? It's off the wall. Bo's going to have extra bases. Welcome to Queens, Bo. I have a feeling he's going to spam an inside fastball here. Oh, my God. And now Jorge Polanco has a 3-2 count. That's ball 4. Brett Baty. Perfect swing on the fastball again. It's going to be 4-0 Mets. Oh, what a swing for the kid. This is what I wanted to see with this team, man. Well, I'm feeling great with this 4-run lead here in the second, but let's talk a little bit more about this Bo Bichette deal. And I want to start this off by saying, you know, if somebody were to ask me how I feel about the Bo Bichette contract, I would give them the most boring answer imaginable, because I would say, I don't know how I feel about the Bo Bichette contract. And it's less to do with Bo Bichette, the player, because as I've said, I think Bo Bichette is a really good player. I think he is going to help this like top third of the Mets lineup, hitting around Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto is going to be so nice for him. But my feeling is more overall kind of just like this unclear idea of what I think about the Mets going into 2026. And I don't think I'm alone in saying I don't really know what to think about this team, because there's question marks in so many places. I mean, there's no more Pete Alonso. There is no more Edwin Diaz. You did sign Devin Williams, but we saw he had his struggles in the Bronx, so we'll see if he returns to kind of Brewers Devin Williams for this team. But you've got Bo Bichette playing third base, a position that he doesn't play at the major league level, at least not up to this point. They signed Jorge Polanco, who is a solid bat for sure, but you're also asking him to play a position that he doesn't normally play. You got Marcus Semien from the Rangers, and, you know, what type of season are you going to get from Semien? We don't really know that. I think this team really does need another outfield bat, especially after getting rid of Brandon Nimmo. Plus, I think their pitching staff is kind of weak, at least as of right now. We'll see how some of the young guys develop. Like, I'm sure we'll see Tong again. Maybe we'll see Sproat, like all these, you know, young pitchers. But overall, man, I just feel like there's a lot of question marks with this team, and that's kind of just why I'm a little bit unsure about the Bo Bichette deal, because obviously it's a lot of money, and I would feel a lot better about the team if I just kind of had a more concrete idea of a direction that they're going. And it's not all entirely the Mets' fault, because, you know, they did have a very competitive offer for Kyle Tucker. It seemed like they wanted to bring back Edwin Diaz, but ultimately he decided that he didn't want to come back. So, I mean, you can't fault him for everything. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. That's why I'm a little bit unsure about this contract, because, as I said, Bo Bichette definitely helps this team. The Mets are a better team after the Bo Bichette contract than they were before, but I just still feel like there's so many kind of like unanswered questions. That's another bomb, dude. I'm crushing these fastballs. I feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions, and I don't really feel like I'll have a good idea on the Mets until I see them maybe for 50 or 60 games in the regular season. And even then, as we saw in 2025, the team could perform vastly different in the first 50 or 60 games compared to the second half of the season. So yeah, that's just kind of where I am with the Mets right now. Juan Soto, he has 2 home runs in 2 innings. This Mets lineup is popping off right now. How about we get Bo Bichette to leave the yard real quick? Oh, high and in sinker. I didn't quite get all of it, I don't think. Come on. Yeah! Was it a little fluky? Sure, but I'll take Bo Bichette's first home run as a New York Met in this video. Okay, bro. You might either need to quit the game or get Nolan Ryan out of here. One of the two. This is a massacre. I'm so happy I decided to play another game, bro. The one before this, I faced 99 John Donaldson and I had like 1 hit in 8 innings. It was not fun. There we go. He's making a move. Ah, and he threw a fastball down the middle that I missed. I suck. I know I've been yapping a lot, but I also want to talk a little bit about this move from the perspective of the Blue Jays, because I think I said in my free agents video at the beginning of the offseason that my one lock I had for this offseason is that Bo Bichette would return to the Blue Jays. And obviously that lock didn't happen. I should probably not put any underdog plays out there tonight. I still feel like the Blue Jays will be fine without Bo. They're definitely going to be a little bit different. I still do think they have a lot of those next man up mentality type of guys in their, you know, offense that they'll be able to pick up some of that slack. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see them without him. So overall, I would just like to know how you guys are feeling about the Bo Bichette contract. Is there anything that, you know, maybe I'm not seeing from the Mets side, or how do you feel about the price tag for Bo? Like, just overall, give me your thoughts on the deal. I'd love to know in the comments, because I think this is actually one of the more interesting contracts we've seen given out in this offseason. So let me know. There we go. Oh, Bo Bichette, third base, throwing to Polanco. There it is. Is this a sign of things to come? There we go. Frank pops it up. Those runs will not score. Ooh, good pitch, bro. Come on. Inside fastball. I know you want to throw it. It was in, but too far. Okay. 1, 2, 3 inning. Staying in the yard, dude. Nolan McLean's been pretty good so far. Granted, it's only the 4th inning. We've still got a long ways to go, but he's been good. Oh, good movement, man. That's actually a really good swing. He took that cutter right where it was pitched. Still got 2 outs, though. We should be fine. He is hitting .444 with Gary Sheffield, though. That's kind of scary. Yep, I think that average is going to go up, and he's going to go ahead and get on the board. I just had to say something about how Nolan McLean was pitching well. I just had to open my fat mouth. Hang on. This is not a guarantee. Polanco makes the play. Attaboy! What a hit with Tyrone Taylor, man. Silver Live Series Tyrone Taylor. How about we get something going with him? Oh, my God. Damn it. Why was I so early on that, man? He's now going to Roki. And that's a pretty horrible swing. Jesus Christ. I scored 8 runs in 2 innings and haven't gotten a base runner since. There you go. There's Bo. I actually kind of want to try to, you know, get my opponent to hit more ground balls over to Bo Bichette. I want to see him make some more plays. Okay. Or just fly balls to Brett Beatty. He's also out of position. Okay. How about we don't let him get more 2-out runs this inning? How about we just go ahead and get this 3rd out real quick, huh? Here we go. Once again, this is not a guaranteed out. Maybe it is. I think Jorge Polanco learned from his mistake earlier. All right, here we go. Bo's leading off the 5th. He's 2 for 2 with 2 extra base hits. That's not going to get through. Well, I hit that hard. That's tough. That's not an awful swing, but Jesus, this offense came to a screeching halt. Come on, Polanco, make the grab. Yes. It's kind of wild to be stressing every ground ball that's hit. Nice hit, dude. This guy's nice with Posada. I need Nolan McLean to, you know, stretch this start as far as he can because, as you guys saw, this bullpen is pretty rough. Nice, dude. That's a nasty cutter. Taking out Jimmy Rollins to go to Jackson Holiday. That's a move. I don't know ball, apparently. Dude, this guy legitimately has more hits than I do. He has 8 hits. I have 7. It just so happens that most of my hits were bombs. There we go. There we go. There we go. Polanco. Yeah. I want to give him a standing O for every ball he catches. Dude, I have been awful since the 2nd inning. Please, please get through. Dude, I cannot buy a hit right now. I can't even square that up, and that's a slider basically down the middle. Yo, I'm in hell. This will probably have to be it for Nolan McLean. He's at 90 pitches coming into the 7th. If I can get him through this inning, I might be able to go to Luke Weaver for the 8th and then Devin Williams for the 9th. But he's got to get through this. There we go. Got him on the sweeper. That's 1. Oh, I'm really not liking the way this is going. I'm still up 5. I'm still okay, but the offense has been non-existent. That's a pitch down the middle. How did I just get away with that? I should have thrown to second. I should have thrown to second. Never mind. I got to start giving Polanco his flowers. I got to start trusting this man. He's only let me down once. Okay, bottom 7. He brought in Andrew Miller. I have 9, 1, and 2 this inning. That's not a bad swing from Tyrone Taylor. That really isn't. But it's like I said, I just can't buy a base runner at the moment. Please. Case in fucking point. I'm ambushing in with Soto. Well, he did go in. Is that going to be a fluke? No, I can't get a hit. I can't get anybody on base. There legitimately has not been a Met on the base paths since the 2nd inning of this game. I have to go to the pen now, man. I just have to. We got to go to Luke Weaver here. He needs to give me 3 outs, keep this lead, and hand the ball over to Devin Williams. That's all I'm asking for. And we're starting things off with a 3-2 count. Not ideal. Change up. That is not where I want it. Oh my God. This isn't gonna happen, bro. This just isn't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. No. There we go. There we go. Easy. Come on. One out. Yes. Got him to get excited on that knuckle curve. Good pitch. That's 2. I mean, that's a bailout if I've ever seen one, dude. Come on, Bo. We need something. He's making a move. It's a righty-righty matchup. Come on, man.
Nope, that's ball 4.
A base runner. Oh, my God. I didn't think I'd ever see the day. And Vientos draws a walk. Here we go. Show me something right now, Polanco. 3-2. 3 straight walks. What is going on? Base hit. Base hit. Francisco Alvarez comes through. Let's keep him at third. Keep him loaded. We finally have a run. 3-2. Make a mistake. He made a mistake. That ball is in the gap. It's scoring 2 more runs. It's 11-4 Mets. Finally, dude, I've been waiting for this. He's now going to Gossage. I would love to get Bo Bichette another at-bat if possible. Lindor. Oh, wow. We are scoring everybody. I want to get Bo one more at-bat, but I have to be careful with Soto here because if I hit a home run, the game's over. Just get through. Just get through. No, just let it get through. Bo is on deck. Whatever, man. Let's just get Devin Williams in here for the 9th, even though it's not a save situation. Devin Williams is so back. Okay. Not how I envisioned this performance. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Devin, hold on a second, buddy. You got to at least get me an out. Okay, that one's on me. That's actually the worst pitch I've ever thrown. Get him at second, Soto. Get him at second, Juan. Get him at second. There we go. We got Devin Williams his first out. There it is. Finally one we can feel good about. There we go. Hey, dude, thankfully it wasn't a save situation for Devin Williams. Well, there it is, man. A win with the projected 2026 Mets as of right now. If this team adds another big bat or another arm or something, I'll do another video. But yeah, man, the Mets are definitely an interesting team to keep an eye on in 2026.